Greetings to you this day. This is Michelle Strickland, and I'm coming to you today with the daily devotional. Choose God this day. The bad guys, they sin. The good guys, we sin. We all sin. It's whom you serve. You don't have to be perfect. No one is perfect. No one. But that doesn't mean that you don't have to deal with your consequences, good or bad. None of us get away from that. But if you come over to God's team with your issues, He'll help you get through it, because you don't have to be perfect. No one is. Just stop hurting people. Start with that. Just start with that. And love yourself. If you love yourself, if no one else loves you, which can happen, unfortunately. I hate to say that. But if you love yourself, you'll be okay. I know it sounds like ridiculous for me to say that, but I mean it. I mean it. Self-care and self-love in this world right now. Because if you're not together, how can you help anyone else if you're not strong? Nurture yourself. We're going to have to change a few things, so that we can all balance out. You have to nurture yourself. How can you just give outside of yourself, and you don't have yourself, your own mind in alignment? It's easier to help other people when you have your own self in alignment first, because then you can establish your cutoff points and your boundaries, and when you're able to give and when you're not. I'm just trying to bring some practical conversation into the forefront. It's not selfish to take care of yourself. And I hope people would stop, saying that that's a bad thing. I'm not talking about selfishness. It's totally different from what I'm talking about, But I'm talking about self-care, If you don't have yourself together emotionally, then it's going to be hard for you, to give. If you're just give, but you don't have your own self in alignment, what is that going to do? I don't know. It's a lot of just like, it looks, this is how I feel like it would be, like, but anyway, never give up on yourself, never, because if you lose everything that you have, if you have yourself, you have everything, and you can always rebuild. I know that sounds like harsh, but it's true. It's true. And sometimes we're in situations where and it happens like that for whatever the reason. Whether we get our justice or whether we don't get our justice, in this life. We still have to continue to maintain our lives, Even if things don't seem to work out in your favor always, but you have to still have balance for yourself. So that's why it's important to put yourself first. Put yourself first, I'm not saying above God, so I don't want no comments. That's not what I mean. But put yourself first, okay? And then it'll be easier. I'm not saying be selfish but just find your balance, okay? And so I'm gonna be coming out of the Bible for the devotional, out of Matthew. Oh, I'm sorry, out of 1 Corinthians. My bad. I was looking at my old notes from the other day, from yesterday or whenever. The devotional is coming out of 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 18, okay? Now, let's just when I read, go over this stuff, just do the best you can with it. Is it cage rattling sometimes, but just get past that. We're all trying to be better, and we're adults. So let's just get past some of the irritations and I'm not here to judge, because I'm working on my salvation every second, okay? I'm dealing with the same struggles you are, I'm just recording my journey, that's all. I'll put myself on Front Street, so maybe it'll encourage you to just, find your journey. But anyway, chapter 6, verse 18. Flee fornication. Every sin that a man doth is without the body. But he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body. And I struggled with that, I did, and I do still, because I'm a high charge individual. But when you're single, you can't be just out there like that, Because everybody, I'm just saying. But I understand it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, I understand what it's like to deal with those kinds of issues. I'm single. I've been single the majority of most of my adult life. You know, unfortunately, I've dated people, yeah, but they just never worked out. But I struggled with that. Okay? You're not alone. You know? Just try to be better, and just, we have to just try to change this world, and just wait for people that are going to want to cherish whatever it is that we have to offer, especially if we're living for God. Does that mean that we're not going to struggle? No, that doesn't mean that we're not going to struggle, people. I wish I could say that, you know. But I would say to those of you who are single and struggling with that, you know, it's better for you to remain single than to be with someone that's going to abuse you. Okay? So learn to, you know, give yourself a moment of frustration, you know, because you're single and you feeling like, oh, I'm alone, and then just get over it. Okay? Give yourself a day or two or whatever. Don't go too long. It's not that necessary. Build yourself up. But after that, just come back alive and say, hey, you know what? At least I'm not getting beat. At least I'm not getting cheated on. At least I'm not having people hollering at me. At least I'm not having somebody say, hey, you can't leave the house today. Or at least I'm not having somebody trying to sabotage me. They might try to sabotage me, but I'm not in the same household with somebody that's trying to sabotage me. God bless you.